of the blue corner, the Twin J Transport blue corner. He is a mixed martial artist fighting with Glory MMA, standing 5'1". I got you, brother. He is 5'1", standing 5'7", weighing in at 147.5 pounds, fighting out of Overland Park, Kansas, Lucas Costa. Let's go. Fighting out of the Nebraska Lottery red corner, he is a scrap jiu-jitsu artist. Soldiers MMA is who he reps. He is 7'7", standing 5'9", weighing in at 146.5 pounds. Fighting out of Lincoln, Nebraska, Josh Scrappin' Mad Dog Schiarappa.
Josh in the black trunks in the red corner. And Lucas in the blue corner.
Josh has fought a lot of people that went on to have this title or win this title.
Josh kind of represents a guy who started choppy with a lot of losses off the bat of his amateur career. Kind of started taking it seriously, working hard, and he's kind of on a win streak. And he's improved a lot and has had 14 fights under his belt.
Yeah, 14 fights is a lot
for an amateur, for sure. 7-7.
And he is probably the most game person out of anybody that I've ever seen fight in this cage.
Yeah, I've never seen him in a boring fight, that is for sure. I believe this is the first time we're welcoming Lucas into the Dynasty combat cage.
Keep your guard up, keep the guard up.
He looks just as game to scrap as Josh does.
A lot of feeling out.
Both guys are a little stiff, kind of trying to find their range, but
it's a good combination by Scrap.
Good double jab he slipped in there. You kind of see a level in fighting in fight IQ between the debut fighters, and especially to the amateur title fights.
Yeah, which makes some of those debuts even more impressive. I mean, there was guys there that were fighting a lot like this, you know?
Yeah.
Very calculated and measured.
But you see these guys who have a lot more cage time under their belts. They're kind of establishing a jab, their range. They're keeping their hands up. They're not ducking their head, taking their eyes off their opponent. You know, that's the huge gap that you make in the amateur division before you make the jump to pro, which both of these guys are actually probably ready to do after this fight.
Yeah, I mean, one sign that you can point to is just, you know, when you're getting shots thrown at you and when you're throwing them, like, are you looking at your opponent? You know, are you putting your head down? Like, you can tell both these guys are very concentrated on finding an opening and landing something, even when they're getting shots thrown at them.
Absolutely. And that's cage experience and just not being scared of being punched in the face. And knowing how to slip and keep your eyes on your opponent.
There you go.
Josh lands he lands a couple of straights right there.
He's finding his range and his timing here with those straight rights.
That was good overhand.
Good right hook.
Josh is interesting because he throws
Another
in
good straight down the middle.
He throws in a lot of mix. Oh, we got a guillotine though.
Looked like Josh was going to slip out of it, but he might have. I feel like his chin is out. It looks like he's going to actually get out of this. Kind of a neck crank at this point. He gives the ref the thumbs up.
Yeah, I don't think Costa has his hands locked up, at least with a good grip.
It looks like his chin is actually on his chest and that he doesn't actually have it under the throat. And
Costa going for a sweep there off of a butterfly hook.
10-second warning.
And
There you go.
Josh is going to be careful. He's still in danger.
Yeah, he didn't pass the legs, and Costa was readjusted there.
Round number 2 coming up.
It's our second fight of the night to make it out of round number 1.
Yeah, and what I was going to say earlier is Josh does a very good job of like mixing the power that he throws behind his shots. He'll throw out some shots, maybe some jabs that aren't super hard. He's just kind of distracting you or getting them in your face. And he follows up with more power and his back foot. And,
Absolutely.
that's another sign that somebody has cage experience and knows what they're doing.
Yeah, he was finding a good timing with his straight right there for a while. He even had some good counter right hooks and that he was slipping in there, kind of starting to find his timing and his kind of his tempo to put on, and we'll see if he can keep that going in round 2. What Josh is doing is not overly complicated, but it seems to be effective. He's kind of pump faking his jab, just kind of keeping it in his face, and then he fires that right down the middle when he sees an opening, and it seems to be actually pretty effective here around start of round 2.
Yeah, he switches stances a lot too.
Yeah. Costa had a couple good leg kicks in there, and I don't know if that's triggering the switching of stances for Josh.
That was a good check hook by Scrap. This is a much more calculated Josh Schiarappa. Like, you can go back and watch some of his earlier fights, and they're pretty much just winging shots 24/7. You can tell that he's really grown in knowing when to throw, what to throw, and where to place it.
His fight IQ has greatly improved. He's always had the heart and the conditioning and the power. Costa training out of Glory MMA in Kansas City, which is a very renowned MMA gym. Has a few UFC fighters in their gym as well, so both guys come from respectable camps.
Yeah, Costa's landing some good shots here, man.
Yeah. These leg kicks add up, and it looked like Josh was kind of walking a little funny after the first round, so I'm sure the switch in stances has something to do with these kicks.
He keeps he lands them to Josh's body.
Absolutely. Kind of see Josh maybe breathing from his mouth a little bit. I'm sure those body shots have a lot to do with that. Josh is a little tired right now. He's maybe panic wrestling a little bit, but he gets it. He dumps him.
Can't tell if Costa's working for a guillotine again. Oh, he got him.
It's the tap. Josh was a little tired, shot in, and actually got a good takedown, but ultimately could not defend the guillotine from Costa. And we have seen our second round submission again, our second round submission of the night via guillotine.
I'd like to see that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some more noise!
The sportsmanship we've seen tonight in the cage has actually been something worth mentioning. I've actually been very impressed with the sportsmanship, win or lose, that we've seen with the fighters tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, The ref called a stoppage in the second round at 2 minutes and 31 seconds due to a guillotine. And now, the new Dynasty Combat Sports Featherweight Champ, Lucas da Costa! All right, Lucas, it was a battle in there. It was an absolute battle in there. Absolute gentleman here in the ring. Absolute gentleman. What an incredible battle between the two of you. How'd you feel after that first round?
Hey, man, he hits hard. I can tell you that. I felt great. It was short notice, right after Thanksgiving, a little bit out of shape. But hey, it was a great fight. I had fun. I love this place. Thank you, Lincoln, Nebraska. Thank you, Harry. And now glory to God, man. We did it.
And again, your new featherweight champ, Lucas da Costa!
Lucas grabs the featherweight title and moves to 6-1 as an amateur.